Welcome back to No Turning Back. We have got the lightweights getting in the ring tonight. The ladies, we've got two former world champs, actually one that's a current interim world champ, Melissa Hernandez, taking on former two-time, three-time world champion Jelena Mrdjenovich. This is going to be a dandy, folks. We can't wait for it. Let's go into the ring. And Dean Panis.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the ring, from Miami, Florida, Melissa Hernandez.
My style can't be duplicated or recycled. This chick is a sick individual. Sick tape, volume 2. Believe it. Let me switch up the game. Drink that cone, step back cause I might put it on. I go deep so deep.
This fight is a non-title 8-rounder, but there you see the style, the pizzazz of Melissa, the Hurricane Hernandez. She comes in as the interim WIBA lightweight champion. This lady can box, folks. She's dangerous, she's quick. She has got the attention of every single female boxer in her weight class, below and up, above. She's a puncher, she's a mover. She knows exactly what she has to do to win. And she said to me just prior to the fight tonight, she plans on knocking Jelena Mrdjenovich out. And you can tell she's got a lot of confidence, and she is ready to fight.
And her opponent, from Edmonton, Jelena Mrdjenovich.
Here comes Jelena Mrdjenovich, former two-time world champion, coming off of back-to-back losses, and tough losses they were, to WIBA Super Featherweight champion Lindsay Garbutt. She fought her in November, Kenny, fought her in February. Those were two devastating losses, but Jelena, you gotta give her credit because she came back. She wants to still fight.
Those fights could have went either way. I thought the one in Toronto she won. I thought the one here she won. They were very, very close. Not taking nothing away from Garbutt. The one in Toronto, Garbutt is a very, very tough competitor.
Let's take a look at the tail of the tape here for our main event. 31-year-old Melissa the Hurricane Hernandez, only 5'3". Jelena Mrdjenovich at 5'7", so reach advantage huge for Jelena Mrdjenovich. You know she's got to work that jab, Kenny. She's got to make it work.
Ladies and gentlemen, KO Boxing, in association with Independent Jewelers, is proud to present the main event of the evening, scheduled for 8 rounds in the ladies featherweight division. The man in charge when the bell rings is your referee, Mr. Len Koivisto. And now, for the fight fans live in attendance at the sold-out Shaw Conference Center in downtown Edmonton, and our fans watching coast to coast on Rogers Sportsnet, there's only one thing left to ask. Are you ready? Introducing first to my left in the blue corner. She weighed in at 130 pounds, wearing the zebra striped trunks. She comes in with a professional boxing record of 14 victories, 2 losses, and 3 draws. From Miami, Florida, Melissa Udacan Hernandez. And introducing her opponent to my right in the red corner. She weighed in at 132 pounds, wearing the gold and black trunks. She comes in with a professional record of 24 victories, 7 losses, and 1 draw. From Edmonton, Jelena Mrdjenovich.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 1 Come on over here, Melissa. Good evening, ladies. Both these trunks are good. I don't want to see any punches on the trunks or below. It's a professional contest. Respect the rules. Follow my instructions. When I say break, I expect both of you to stop punching, take a full step back. Touch gloves now. Come out ready to fight at the bell.
Melissa Hernandez.
Just a reminder that in ladies boxing, rounds are 2 minutes.
Very clear, Kenny, that she did not want to have eye contact with Jelena Mrdjenovich. Any reason why, as far as you're concerned?
I think a combination of being a little stubborn, a little bit cocky. I think that Jelena has to come out in this first round, and she has to land a couple of good shots behind a nice jab. She's obviously taller. She doesn't have to be quite so aggressive. She can let this shorter opponent, who's known for lots of fury, come at her a little bit.
Well, for Jelena Mrdjenovich, she was supposed to be fighting Bosnia's Irma Balijagic, and Balijagic Adler is a great fighter. It was supposed to be for the WBA's Association Featherweight title, but they weren't able to get it through the medical examiner because Balijagic tested positive for hepatitis B, and you got to say to yourself, how come they don't have this stuff properly monitored in boxing? Like, how can that screw up an entire card? It's just totally beyond me, Ken.
Well, see, a lot of the time stuff like that happens. We can't say why. I think these medicals should have been in 3 weeks before.
Exactly.
Before even the young girl got here. But getting to this fight now, I think it moved Jelena Mrdjenovich into a tougher fight against an opponent that throws punches with either hand, is a little bit slippery and cagey and confident and loose.
Well, and I think the big thing that people have to realize is that, Melissa Hernandez is a very, very good boxer. She's the current lightweight champion right now, interim lightweight champion, and she has a great background where she has fought some of the best boxers in the women's female division. Like, she has basically tied horns with everybody out there. And you know what, like, this is I was shocked when I had heard that they were able to get Melissa to come in so quick, because actually, Kenny, Melissa was the first person that Jelena wanted to fight for the title. And it was Hernandez's group that said, no, we're not going to go for it. And then, of course, with the cancellation, it was just one of those things, right? The two of them were a great team together, but then I talked to Melissa prior to tonight's fight, and she said, you know what, it got to the point where it seemed like Belinda was getting jealous of me because I was getting more calls for the bigger fights. She wasn't getting any fights, and we just decided to part ways. So now she's living in Miami, Florida. She's got a new team together, and she told me tonight, she says, you know what, I'm taking this last second. The reason I'm taking it last second is because I'm in great shape. I was looking to fight somebody, anybody, but she said it's tough for her to get fights right now because nobody will take her on. She's too tough.
Well, she's a very, very tough young lady. You can see she's got some moves too. She's slippery, just the way she came in, dancing nice and loose. That's the way she's coming into this second round here. She's loose and she's quick. So Jelena's got to take some power off her punches and up her speed. Nice left hook by Jelena Mrdjenovich there. Good
work, and actually I'm very impressed with Jelena, the fact that she's a little busier than what we normally see from her, Kenny. Like you say, in the first round, Jelena wasn't that busy, but we're seeing a more aggressive Jelena, and I like that because that's where Jelena gets the knockouts. When she knocked out Domingo Olivio, you got to have that if you're going to be successful. But she's also taking on a buzzsaw. She's got to watch how close she gets to Melissa Hernandez.
Well, exactly, but she's really connecting the quality shots. Jelena has caught her with some quality shots to this point. The other girl is a little bit busier, but Jelena's been connecting with some good shots. It's going to slow down the girl from Miami. Hernandez right now should think of going to the body a little bit more than just going head hunting. And Jelena's got to start to up her speed in her jabs. Just like she did there, just up that speed of it every time that Hernandez comes close to her. But Jelena's trying to whack her. Jelena's trying to hit her hard.
Is this
a lot of times in boxing, James, everybody wants the knockout. Everybody's looking for what Mike Tyson brings to the ring. But all the best fighters in the world, including Mike Tyson, possess speed. If you have speed, speed wins, and you have to have speed.
Let's take a look at some of the action from that second round, Kenny.
She's hitting hard, Jelena.
Yeah,
Jelena's really
Jelena's
cracking.
throwing lots of punches. She's going to the body, then she goes up top. She's doing what her trainer Milan Lubovac wants her to do, and that is go low and then go up high. And she's got that reach advantage, and really, Ken, she's got to take advantage of that.
Exactly, a beautiful right hand there. When she is hitting, she's really hitting hard. Jelena is. Jelena, it looks like she's real angry, and she's got something in her mind that she wants to stop this girl. And she's hit her with some quality shots to this point.
And I think fans of Jelena Mrdjenovich, who has represented Canada so well over the years as being one of the top female boxers in the world, you know, she has lost her last 2 fights or whatever, but you want to see her, you know, she wants to be back on top. And this is a crucial fight for her. And like I say, you know, having her not get this fight with Bilocerkowec, it's and then having Hernandez come in, yeah, it's not a title fight, but this would be a huge boost for Jelena Mrdjenovich to knock off the current interim lightweight champion of the world.
Well, I don't think she's got to worry about this Hernandez's power, because she doesn't possess a lot of power. Just she's a little bit busy. But Jelena can't think of just power herself. Jelena should say, hey, let's match her with little speed and keep my jab out there, and I get to see everything firsthand. Another nice right hand by Jelena. Jelena's connecting pretty good now. She's starting to hit her good. Another right hand. She's starting to find a home there, an uppercut, left hook. And there's a good, nice exchange. But on these exchanges...
big left hand right there by Hernandez.
On this exchange, these exchanges are going to be won by Jelena Mrdjenovich. She punches too hard for her.
I tell you what, Ken, this is the hardest punching I've ever seen Jelena Mrdjenovich. She is very aggressive here tonight. She is definitely determined. I've never seen her come out and throw punches the way she's throwing them. It's like her life depends on it, and it's a different Jelena Mrdjenovich in the ring tonight.
Well, one thing I like about what's happening right now is it's getting to slow down Hernandez a little bit. All the big shots that she's taking this round. She might be a little busier, but she's taking a lot more abuse than Jelena has.
Don't lean on her neck like that.
See, Jelena should be punching there. She shouldn't wait. There's no referee there. You should be punching there. The referee wasn't even there.
Even if she's bent down, you still punch, doesn't matter.
Until the referee tells you to do something else. There, another huge right hand by Jelena. And she seems to keep connecting. She should be shortening up her punches now, upping her speed, and getting to this smaller opponent. Because she will knock her out. If they continue doing this, Jelena's gonna stop.
Low blow right there at the end of the bell. I'm sure it wasn't on purpose. Into round number 4. Let's take a look at Kenny Lacouste's scorecard.
Well, I got Jelena up 2 rounds. I think that she's hit with the solider punches. The other girl is anything she hits her with isn't a big punch. She's a smaller girl than Jelena. She's the lightweight champion. Jelena's a little bit heavier. The power will show up. And to this point, Jelena's landed the harder punches.
I know it's not a title fight, Ken, but this, you can just tell that it doesn't matter if Jelena was even fighting a man tonight. It's just such a big fight for her. She wants that win so bad she can taste it.
You know, there was a time in Jelena's career early that I used to say, well, you know, she was fighting good opponents, but I never really enjoyed her fights. The last 10 fights has just been fantastic. She has really turned the corner. She's really turned the corner. She's a boxer, puncher with a lot of guts who pushes the fight all the time, even when she doesn't have to push it. She's been involved in some of the best women's fights that I've seen anywhere in North America.
Big thing for Jelena Mrdjenovich is that she started off really strong, Ken. She can't afford to have any lapses. It's only an 8-rounder. She knows that she can go as deep as she needs to go. She's in incredible shape. She just has to stay busy and keep doing what she's doing right there.
Yeah, exactly. And mixing them up, going upstairs, going downstairs. And if she mixes up her punches, she's going to start to really connect. But the feisty Hernandez is always there, wiggling, squirming, moving, punching on angles like Manny Pacquiao. And that's a very, very tough girl to fight, because she's not there when you expect her to be where she should be. She's not, and when she's not there, she's punching from low angles like that.
Well, Melissa Hernandez has fought, like I say, so many great boxers. Just an amazing fighter in her own right as a champion.
Very good 4th round for Jelena again. and a good round for Hernandez. That round was getting a little bit closer. Hernandez's defense picked up a bit there, but she still got hit with some quality shots.
Very impressed with both the way that Jelena Mrdjenovich has come out, and of course the way that Melissa Hernandez has come out, you know, taking the flight at the last second, flying all the way from Miami, Florida, you know, down so far south to Edmonton. It's not an easy flight. It's not like it's something that can happen in, you know, 3 hours. It's very difficult when you take the time, you come in, last second opponent. And that lady right there, I give her a lot of credit. She's been to Edmonton, actually. Like I say, Ken, I had a chance to talk to her tonight before the broadcast, and she told me, you know what, she's, I love Canada, I love Edmontonians, they treat me so good. And she's never fought here. She's been here backing up people, but it's never been a situation where she's sitting there and she's busy battling away. She's been here 3 times. I think she fought once out of those 3 times. She's backing up other boxers, but she loves Edmonton. She loves Canada. You got to hand it to Melissa Hernandez. She's a battler, and she's a gamer, and she's not here to lose.
No, she's not here to lose. She's very confident. She moves real well, but she's in with a bigger puncher tonight. She's in with a girl that possesses more power than hers, and Jelena knows it. And Jelena feels her punches, and they don't feel quite as hard as hers. So Jelena knows if I just keep that jab in her face and I keep whacking her with that right hand, I'm going to get paid for it as this fight wears on.
On our great statisticians and people in the truck tell me, and that it wasn't, you know, Melissa Hernandez, who spent a month actually in Edmonton working with Jelena Mrdjenovich for the Mika fight. And you know, like, it just goes to show that she's a great lady. She obviously knows Jelena quite well, and she feels confident she can beat her. But I think she's seeing a different Jelena Mrdjenovich tonight.
And she's having a better round this round. Hernandez is having a better round this round.
Good shot by Mrdjenovich.
A better round for her. She seems to be getting in some better shots, but it's also a more dangerous round for her. The more shots Hernandez gets in, the more she walks into dangerous water, getting stopped by one of them right hands.
Whoa, big left hand right there by Hernandez.
See, what Jelena's got to get back now to is getting that jab going again. We get her with all those, get the jab working again.
Got to be careful because Hernandez does possess knockout power.
Switches over now over to southpaw. She's a cagey fighter, and Jelena's got to keep that jab out like Klitschko does. Klitschko touches you with that jab on the outside. You pose a little bit of a threat to him, he gets back to touching you with that jab, and that's what Jelena's got to do. She's bigger than this girl. Jelena's the bigger puncher to nullify speed, keep that jab in your face like Klitschko does to his opponents. There it is, a punishing jab, 2-3 in a row, and that's what Jelena's got to do. Every time Hernandez moves, she has to touch her with that jab.
Well, this is a very, very big round for Jelena Mrdjenovich. She must continue the pace that she has set in the previous rounds, because this is a test for Jelena to see if she can continue this aggressiveness that is so important in her career, to show the aggressiveness, Ken, because really we haven't seen this type of Jelena in a few fights. Even in the Lindsay Garbat fights, we haven't seen her this aggressive.
No, and the nice thing about it, see, everything with the jab, right now, the jab, see, this is what Jelena's got to do, because it slows down the smaller opponent. Right there, she should, well, she didn't do nothing there, but now she got it back on that jab, and the jab will open everything up for her. There it is, there's her jab, and then it comes with the right hand, left hook. She won't have that if she doesn't jab. There it is. Be first. Be the first one to get that jab out.
Well, this is turning out to be a great fight. Like we said on the inception of the show, that we thought that this one door closes, another door opens, and to have these two ladies in the ring together, as soon as I had heard that Melissa Hurricane Hernandez was coming in, I was so happy. And like, we're seeing so much great boxing between these two ladies, Ken. It's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. It's a world-class fight, and Jelena's doing the right thing right now. Get that jab out, Jelena. Don't lean down. Keep your right hand up and get your jab working. And if her jab starts working again, it'll work for her.
You see Hernandez sticking that tongue out. She's trying to taunt taunt Jelena Mrdjenovich, trying to get her off her game, and Mrdjenovich very focused in their punching and keeping those elbows in tight, making sure that he's throwing solid shots, Ken.
Exactly, but remember, the stick in the tongue is not going to win you the fight. You've got to hit these people with good quality punches. Jelena did that round. Much better round for Jelena, and the crowd gives both fighters a nice round of applause.
Let's take a look at some of the action for round number 6. And Ken, it was really two boxers just going toe-to-toe.
It is, and it's who wants it more. You can see both of them. The young girl from Miami, very, very aggressive. Jelena sitting down, taking a stance here in Edmonton, saying, "Hey, I'm going to win my championship back. I've lost a couple real close ones that I thought I didn't lose. I want to win this one in front of the home crowd."
No question that Jelena Mrdjenovich is very focused, and for me, I've done so many of Jelena's fights, and we've done so many on Rogers Sportsnet. Her fans have to agree this is a totally different Jelena Mrdjenovich. Ken and Lacusta, your scorecard is looking pretty good for Jelena.
Well, it is, because Jelena's hit her with the quality shots. Jelena's pushed her back the whole fight. Sure, Jelena's been hit with some punches. The other girl's crafty and a very good professional, but Jelena's tracking her down, leading with the jab. Her right hand, left hook, got hit with the left hook back, but got two punches into one. By leading with that jab, she's going to be advantageous all the time, and she can't push it out there. She's going to snap it, because that's a point. That's like a right hand. Just get it out there. You talk to any of the young boys that are in Canada's amateur Olympic team. If they don't get a jab, they're going to get a job. You got to have a jab. And little Hernandez, yeah, she moves. She's confident. Now she's coming. Now she's starting to come forward. But Jelena's showing signs that she wants her to come to her, and then she wants to throw some punches and mix it up with her.
Well, you've got to love the movement of Melissa Hernandez, Ken. As a boxer yourself, you got to love her movement. She's got such great movement, but Jelena Mrdjenovich is doing what she needs to do, using that jab to her advantage.
Yeah, this is really another fantastic fight that the Canadian, Mrdjenovich is in. Every one of her fights is like this. The one in Toronto, same way. Jelena's out. This fight here, same as the one in Toronto. Tough. Every round, every inch of the ring, they're scrapping it out. You got to tip your hat to both of these ladies. This has been by far the best fight of the night.
Very important right now, I think, Ken, physically, it is so important right now that Jelena's in top shape and she's able to continue this pace.
Yeah, so she's fainting now and keeping her jab going. She's going to sit behind her jab. Don't reach in. Get back in the jab. Everything off the jab. Jelena's really got to get out here, win this last round, really convince the judges.
This could pave the way to a world championship fight between these two boxers. Let's go to Kenny Lacusta's scorecard. How do you got it, Kenny?
Well, I got her winning 69-66 in a real good fight. And here she is again, laying everything on the line like she always does. Same thing she did in Toronto. Unbelievable fight in Toronto, and now another back-to-back. I bet you back-to-back 4 fights in a row. Unbelievable. She protects herself well in the clinches as well.
She was allowing Melissa Hernandez to back her up, and that's not something that Jelena likes to have happen. She likes to be the aggressor. She likes to move forward. Hernandez is trying to back up Mrdjenovich, and this is a very big round for Melissa Hernandez. I think she knows she may be down in the judges' scorecards right now. She's fighting on the road, taking over for an opponent that was supposed to fight for a world title. Jelena Mrdjenovich is a never-say-die attitude. She has really impressed me tonight, Ken. She does not want to lose.
Oh, she really has impressed me as well. But the nice thing, too, is Hernandez is making her fight her best right now. Hernandez's game plan, I'm sure, was to come on round 6, 7, and 8. And Jelena has met the challenge. Jelena said, okay, you want to bring it? I'll bring it right back to you. Let's go. Let's get it on. And she's doing just that. This is really a great fight.
In tight, they're throwing short punches. Each fighter exchanging blows, hoping to get that elusive knockout, and I don't think it's going to come in this particular fight, as you see Jelena just push Hernandez away with the elbow. She gets the warning. Not allowed to do that.
Well, that's what she's got to do. What are you going to do? The girl keeps coming in. You got to somehow get her off your case. But so far, so good for Jelena Mrdjenovich in this 8th round. If anybody judging this fight thought it was close, fine. It's close. But still, Jelena Mrdjenovich should have this fight in the bag.
You've seen Jelena Mrdjenovich at her best tonight, Ken, as far as I'm concerned. I've seen so many of her fights. She's looked so good tonight. We're going to see what the judges have to say in just a moment.
Both the ladies giving each other a hug right there, Ken, and wow, what a...
That was one of the best fights I've seen Jelena in.
No kidding.
The one in Toronto was like that same sort of a fight with Jelena come up on the bad end, which I thought she won that fight. But sometimes the judges don't see the same as we do.
What I say, you get a main event that cancels, and all of a sudden, Ken, you get an 8-rounder, turns into the best fight of the year.
It was a fantastic fight.
Unbelievable fight between these two boxers. Jelena Mrdjenovich showing us stuff that we haven't seen really in a while, Ken.
Yeah, she was up for it tonight.
She was at her best.
Jelena was up for it tonight.
We haven't seen Jelena Mrdjenovich like this in a while. Let's take a look at Kenny's scorecard. Ken, basically, you've got it 4 points for Jelena Mrdjenovich. Basically, she was the aggressor. She did all the hard work.
Well, I'm a betting man. I'm sure the judges saw this just as close to my scorecard. The judges' scorecard should be around 79, 75, 70, 79, 76, somewhere in there, because Jelena really came to fight. She always comes to fight, but tonight was a special night for her. Everything worked for her, and the other girl was a real quality opponent.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know that the fans here at the Shaw Conference Center in Edmonton, Alberta were more than happy to accommodate these two ladies. It was a very entertaining battle, and that lady right there, Melissa Hernandez, I have the utmost respect for her. Her accomplishments in the ring as a female boxer at 5'3" are amazing. Just she's like the female Mike Tyson. She's just tough as nails and just a complete professional. And like I say, having the opportunity to chat with her beforehand and telling us how much she just appreciates coming to Canada and fighting here. It just, you know, Kenny, it just makes you proud as a Canadian and stuff like that to hear that from other athletes when they come to our country and they say they'd love to come here to do battle.
Especially when they come and do battle as well as she did. I mean, some of them talk the talk and don't walk the walk, and she did both tonight. She fought very, very well. Tip my hat to Hernandez, but she was just in with a bigger, stronger opponent that punched a little bit harder than her, and a bigger girl. And it's no shame to lose to a girl that's bigger and hits quite a bit harder than you do.
All right, well, we have the girls ready, and our ring announcer, Dean Panis, is ready as well. Let's go to him.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we get our official decision, one more time for these two world-class athletes for putting on a hell of a show. After 8 high-paced rounds, we go to our judges for a decision. Judge William Warwick Jr. scores it 77-75 for Jelena Mrdjenovich. Judge David Bilocerkowec scores it 77-75 for Melissa Hernandez. And Judge Craig Metcalfe scores it 77-75 for your winner by split decision, Melissa Hernandez.
All right, we're here with Melissa Hurricane Hernandez. She's picking up the win here tonight after 8 brutal rounds in the ring. with Jelena Mrdjenovich. Just give me your feelings on the fight.
I took the fight on 24 hours notice. I'm probably the biggest Jelena fan in the world, and I can't believe that I took a win over her. It's not something I wanted. I won't say that I wanted this, but I did them a favor. And yeah, I don't care about the win. Jelena's one hell of a fighter, and Edmonton should always love her, and she's always going to be my favorite fighter. I don't have anything positive to say about myself. Jelena's #1.
You came out tonight, Melissa. I think that people across Canada and people here in the building don't realize that Melissa Hernandez is one of the best boxers in the world. You are a current world title holder. You've taken on all comers. You do not turn away from anybody, and it showed a lot for you to come here on last-second notice out of Miami, Florida, to take on a former two-time world champion in Jelena Mrdjenovich. You've spent time with Jelena, helping her train as well. This was a fight we talked about beforehand, before tonight, that you thought that you were in for one heck of a battle, and Jelena gave you everything she could throw at you.
Like I said before, when I left here, I was going to drink a beer, and I will be drinking it out of a straw. So I got to thank Jelena for that.
I want to bring in Jelena Mrdjenovich to say a few words here, because honestly...
Wait, one thing. Happy birthday, Jelena!
Probably not the best birthday present from the judges, Jelena, but I will say this much. From ringside, we felt that we saw a totally different Jelena Mrdjenovich tonight. Very, very aggressive. I know Melissa's probably wasn't even used to seeing you this way either, because you were extremely aggressive. And I know you have to be super disappointed, but we know that you put together an incredible battle.
You know what? I want to say thank you, first of all, to everybody who came out to support me tonight. Edmonton, this is my home, and I love fighting for you guys. The judges make it tough to want to come back, but I love all you guys, and if I get the chance, I want to do it again. I want to thank Melissa for taking this on such short notice. She is a good friend, and I don't know. I don't know what I need to do here in Edmonton to win. Maybe I need you fans to cheer a little louder, convince the judges to what I think I see up here. But I want to thank everybody for coming out, and for KO Boxing for making this happen for me. I'm a big fan of Edmonton boxing, and I love all you guys.
I want to point out one thing, because Kenny Lacusta and I were talking about it at ringside, is that even for me and all the fights that we've done with you here on Rogers Sportsnet, Jelena, we saw a more aggressive Jelena. You were more focused. I've seen more desire out of you tonight than we've seen, like even in the last fights against Lindsay Garbat. You showed a lot of desire, but tonight it was almost like it was a I must win fight. You wanted to win so bad.
You know, I went back to the drawing board. I got rid of a lot of distractions, and I focused. Premier Strength, Premier Sports. My boys there got me in shape for this fight when we were ready to go. And when you leave it up to the judges, you can't do much. But I was ready, and I was invigorated, and I love fighting. So this is what I want to do.
Good news is that Melissa is still a current world champion, and this was not a world title fight. I don't know, Melissa, would you consider doing a world title fight here in Edmonton, doing 10 full rounds and going to battle one more time? Would you consider that?
Maybe we'll go to Florida.
Yeah, come to South Beach. I'm going to say this. Before I ever fight Jelena again, I'd rather vacate the belt and watch her kick somebody else's ass, because she's too much of a good friend. I didn't want this win, but sometimes things happen, and this is a world champion. She is one of the pound-for-pound best. I don't care what anybody says. I am your fan. Thank you.
Two absolutely talented ladies going toe-to-toe here tonight. Congratulations to Melissa Hernandez, picking up an 8-round decision here at the Shaw Conference Center in what was, as you saw tonight here on Rogers Sportsnet, ladies and gentlemen, an impressive battle. On behalf of my color man, former two-time world champion Kenny Lacusta, all of our great staff here at Rogers Sportsnet that put this thing together, we ask you one thing. Please support amateur boxing. Talk to your amateur boxing gym, give them a few bucks, do whatever you can. We really do appreciate it. Good night, everybody, from the Shaw Conference Center in Edmonton, Alberta.